welcome to yet another Webinar Wednesday here at Lulu. I appreciate you taking the time to join me today and spend some time with us. Today, you're in for a treat because we're doing a little Tool-torial, which is a word that I made up to talk about the demo that we're going to do today of our order import tool. So if you are joining us, go ahead and say hello in the chat. Tell us where you're from. Have you used the order import tool, or are you just interested in it? Import tool curious, if you will. So drop a comment and say hello and let us know who is joining us today. We also have a Q&A tab, and you can see here I am joined by Daniel. Hello, Daniel.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Thank you for being with me today. So Daniel is one of our e-commerce specialists, and he is here to field any questions that you might have about our order import tool once I give you the rundown of how it works and some ways to use it. So feel free to drop questions in the Q&A tab if they come up, and I will go ahead and get started. I'll also share that this session is going to be recorded. It's also on our YouTube channel as well. So if you have to hop out, leave early, or you join late, then you can catch the full thing on our YouTube channel and find us at lulu.com on YouTube. Hello. Hey, everybody. Hey, Kristen and
Hello.
Dawn. Thank you for being here today. And I will go ahead and share my screen, and we'll get this party started. So let's get into our tutorial. Okay, so Daniel, can you see my slides?
Yes, I can.
Okay,
It's
awesome.
good.
All righty. So while I'm sharing my screen, I won't be able to see the chat, but Daniel is in there keeping an eye on it. So again, as we go through, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the Q&A tab, or you can hold them for the end. I think we'll have a lot of time for questions today, so we welcome those throughout. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. If you found us randomly and you don't know why you're here, or you're maybe hoping to get a deal on leggings, you're in the wrong place. We are Lulu, the book publisher, not Lulu, the leggings company. But a little bit about us is that we have been around since 2002. We were founded by Bob Young. We have printed over 53 million books. That is such a staggering number, and paid out over $143 million in author revenue. I love to share that stat. Every time that I share it, I have to note that it's only gone up since I made this slide. But just a little bit about us before we dive in. And you can see that our mission is that we are dedicated to making the world a better place, one book at a time, through sustainable practices, innovative print-on-demand products, and a commitment to excellent service. All right, last little tidbit about Lulu before we dive in is that we are a B Corp. So I always like to share this. If I'm presenting, I always like to include this in the beginning. But we are a certified B Corporation. So that just means that we are a part of a community of for-profit companies that are certified by the nonprofit B Lab to meet rigorous standards of social and environmental performance, accountability, and transparency. I always like to tell people, if you are looking for gifts for someone, or you need to purchase something, check out the B Corp community. It's a great place to start, and we are proud to be a part of it. All right, so this is me. I am Chelsea Bennett, and I should have put Daniel's photo on this slide, but I am not tech savvy enough to figure out how to turn a square picture into a round image. So that is the only reason why he is not on the slide today. But I am Chelsea. I am Lulu's education and community manager. So I get to spend time doing things like this and helping to reach more people and let them know about Lulu and what we do and how we can help you grow your author business, your creative business, or your entrepreneurial business, and more. And that is my cat, Batman. It is not a prop. All right, so just to start, I want to share a little bit about what Lulu does. Again, if you aren't familiar, or if you're maybe just starting to explore your options for publishing, for independent publishing, and Lulu may be on your periphery or in your lineup of who you are exploring to maybe publish with, here's a little bit about us. So we're here to help you publish and print and prosper. It is free to use Lulu, so you can create an account for free today. You only pay when you want to buy print copies of your books. We don't have any upload or title upload fees or revision fees. You can upload as many titles as you like and revise them as many times as you want until you can create the perfect book, and we will never charge you for that. We also have a ton of free resources. So again, our platform is free to use. It's free to upload and publish on Lulu. You only pay when you want to buy print copies of your books. And we have a ton of free resources to really help you publish as successfully as possible. So we've got a blog. I've got a slide that has this later, but we have a blog. Of course, we're on all the social media channels. We also have the Publish and Prosper podcast. So depending on how you like to consume information that will help you on your publishing journey, you can check out our blog. We have a ton of great resources there and reviews of different platforms and programs that can help you write and edit and develop your manuscript and your book. And then on our Publish and Prosper podcast, we delve into all aspects of e-commerce, marketing, and publishing. So feel free to check that out. And we also have our YouTube channel as well and all of our social media handles. So you can find us, I think, on all social media at lulu.com. We have over 3,000 possible format, color, and size variations, including novella. So I always like to share with people, we have a great pricing calculator. So if you are familiar or are not familiar with Lulu, and again, you're just kind of getting started on your publishing journey, lulu.com/pricing is a great resource for you. This is where you can look at all of our trim sizes and formats and kind of configure the book that you're hoping to make. See how much it'll cost you to publish that book and what you can earn through distribution and direct sales as well. We offer all the best trim sizes and formats and binding types like paperback, coil bound, hardcover, case wrap, and dust jacket, saddle stitch, and calendar wire O bindings. We have a built-in cover tool. So if you would like to create a book or publish something on Lulu and you don't want to hire a cover designer or you're not ready for that step yet, you can create a really beautiful cover within our platform using our cover tool. We also have a Hire a Pro page. So if you go to lulu.com/partners, you can find a roundup of some really great folks working in the industry that can help you with formatting, editing, cover design, marketing, and really run the gamut of helping you create the best book possible. We have an order import tool, which is the name of the game today. So I'm going to walk you through exactly what that tool is and how to use it. We have a global print network. So when you are ready to sell your books, you can sell them across the street or across the world with our global print network. So with that, the book order will route to the printer closest to the recipient of the books. That will help us kind of negate some of those shipping times and shipping costs. And we also have multiple ways to sell. So I will talk about this more in a minute, but we have our Lulu bookstore, which is kind of the best way to just get started, a good entry-level way for you. You can publish to our bookstore. The revenue split there is 80-20. You get 80% of the revenue and Lulu gets 20. We have global distribution as well, so you can put your books on Amazon and Ingram's catalog. And then we have Lulu Direct. So if you have your own website that you would like to sell your books through, you can connect to our e-commerce solution, Lulu Direct, and sell your books directly through your own website. When you sell direct, you can get a lot of benefits that you may not be able to enjoy when you sell through a third-party retailer. And so some of those are obviously selling through your own website. You can control the customer journey. You can really curate the experience that you want your readers to have. And it really opens up a lot of opportunities for you in that realm of kind of world building and connecting with your readers and offering something really unique. You also keep 100% of your profit. So when you sell direct, you're cutting out the middleman and you are selling directly to your readers. So that allows you to keep more money. There are less kind of hands in the pot, if you will, and you can keep more of your money per sale. You can also collect customer data. So this is so valuable if you are working to build your author platform or working to grow your business. Having this customer data is so huge for remarketing purposes, for understanding who is buying your books and understanding what works. So in marketing, there's kind of this like phrase called spray and pray. And what that means is you just kind of go and try a plethora of things in marketing. You're doing social media ads. Maybe you're running ads on different platforms. Maybe you're doing podcast interviews or running print ads. All of that. And then maybe you don't really have a good way to track it because if you're not selling books through your own website, you can't see how you're getting a boost in sales, where those folks are coming from, and you can't connect with them after the sale to see how they heard about you. So collecting customer data is huge for building out your email list and really getting those insights that can help you grow your business and create a sustainable author platform. Our direct sales solution, as well as all of our solutions that we offer on Lulu, are print on demand, and the fulfillment is automated. So when you do use Lulu Direct, orders come through your website, they're sent to Lulu, and we automate the print and fulfillment of that. So you never have to worry about packing parties or inventory. You can also white label this solution, which is really great. So that means that when your readers get your books in the mail, your branding will be on the packing slip and not Lulu's. That can really help with brand continuity. You get access to our global print network. So you literally get to plug your site into our global network and access our global print network, which will help you reach readers around the world, no matter where your audience is, specifically places like Australia and Canada. And we know that some folks have issues reaching their readers there, so we have no problems with that. You get paid faster. Who doesn't love that? So when you use Lulu Direct, you can get paid within 24 to 48 hours after the sale, rather than having to wait 30, 60, or 90 days to receive payment. So that can really help with your marketing decisions. It can allow you to be more agile in reinvesting into ads that you may be running or even your next book. And we integrate with Wix, WooCommerce for WordPress, Shopify, and we have our print API. So if you aren't using Wix or WordPress or Shopify, our print API might be able to offer the direct sales solutions you're looking for and connect with your website. Our API can also offer some really interesting and unique customization opportunities. So we've seen people use our API to create children's books where you're putting in the name of who's ordering your book. Their kids' names can appear in your book, or creating bespoke nutrition or exercise routines for your customers, or even doing things like personal journals or astrological almanacs. By taking in some information on the front end, you can make these really nice bespoke books for your audience. So something else to check out there. All right, so as I mentioned, we are here to look at our order import tool. So this is really a great tool for bulk fulfillment. Before I give you the demo, we'll talk about some ways to use it. So if you have drop shipping workbooks for online courses, basically this order import tool allows you to upload multiple orders for multiple books going to multiple people and place all these orders at one time. So if you are running an online course and you have all of the student information and you need to send them workbooks, this is a great application for this, or for our order import tool. Pre-sales as well. So if you are running a pre-sale campaign, you can take all of that information and place all those sales at once at launch. Fulfilling book orders for your crowdfunding campaign. So this is actually kind of one of the things that inspired us to create this tool. We mirrored it off of Kickstarter's import or intake form for the people who back your campaigns. So if you are running a crowdfunding campaign and one of your rewards was a book or a book that you've created, you can upload all of those and place them at once. If you are at an in-person event and maybe you're just taking in information through an iPad that you have, or if you have a sign-up sheet and you're getting payment there but not fulfilling orders right away, or you go to an event and you sell out of books, you can still use this to fulfill those orders just by taking in all of that information. And then when you get home at night, you can upload and place all of those orders that day at one time. If you have books, magazines, or even calendars. So end of year gifts, I think, is another really great application for this tool. So if you have a lot of people on your mailing list or customers that you kind of want to delight with an end of year gift, such as a calendar or a magazine, your book, comic books, anything like that, this tool works with all of our product sets. So you can send or create your list of who you need to send maybe end of year gifts to, or any time of year if you have a campaign where you want to send out things to delight your readers. Upload the spreadsheet at one time and place those orders and be done with it. You can also use this as supplemental or reward content. Again, we know that building communities and fandoms is so popular right now, especially among fiction authors, but anyone who has a book or a product can kind of tap into that. And maybe you decide that one day you want to delight everyone in your community and send them, the latest edition of your book, or send them a calendar that you've made, or maybe you've created some notebooks that you want to send out that just have your branding on them as a way to really delight your readers. I feel like I've said delight 100 times on this slide, but I like that word, and I think this is a good use for it. You can also use it for selling or sending advanced review copies. So if you're in the early stages of publication and you have a handful of folks who are willing to read and review your book, this is a really great way to use the order import tool, put all that in there, and then send those out. And then fulfilling sales through social media. So if you have a mechanism where you are taking orders through social media, but they're not fully integrated or connected to your website or to your platform to fulfill that, you can download that information and upload it through our order import tool and make it easy to place all those orders at once. All right, so now let's really get into it. Let's see how this thing works. So I will show you this video that just kind of goes through the demo of actually using our tool. So you can see here, this is the Lulu homepage. So you'll want to create an account, and then from there you can go to My Stores and order import. We have made this as easy as possible for you to use. So we have this order import template that you see here. Once you have this downloaded, you just go through and fill out the prompts. So we have the channel items, the shipping information, of course, where is it going, and some other qualifiers that we have here. Once you've filled that out, you download it and then create your channel. So the channel name is really just going to allow you to know or indicate where the orders are coming from. So for this one, we're using Kickstarter again as an example, but this could be holiday gifts 2024. It could be crowdfunding. It could be pre-sales. It could be ARC. So whatever you want to name it, that's going to allow you to understand where that's coming from. So once you have that and you've uploaded your spreadsheet, it's been validated, you will pick which projects from your Lulu account are going to go where. So you have here the channel item ID that was in the spreadsheet, and then those are going to be matched to your products within your Lulu account. So we've got notebooks here, and then build your brand. You'll map the products, so make sure that they're going to the right places, and then you can pick your shipping options. So right here, we just have the UK and the US, but obviously you can ship them outside of those places. Pretty much anywhere that FedEx will deliver to, we can get your books. So here you'll see that in the shipping, it'll give you the shipping estimates, but it also says starting at. So you want to note that because you may have in your spreadsheet 3 books going to one person or different quantities going to different people. So that's why it says starting at, because that will obviously change based on how many books are going where. And then once you have all that checked out, you can continue to review. Look at all these does. Everyone in this family bought your book. So you can just make sure that everything looks good, that the quantities are right, and you can see the order totals and export the details if you want. Octopus party. So we process the orders and make sure they look good. And then you can go ahead and put in the payment information so that you can pay for the order and then ship those out to your readers. So pretty straightforward. Again, here you can see kind of a last check to make sure that everything looks good, make sure everything is going to the right places, and then go ahead and pay for and place that order. And then you have all this in your account. So you can see from your dashboard in the My Stores tab on your Lulu account, you can see that. And you'll see that it says Lulu Direct, but this solution actually works for any Lulu, any way that you're using Lulu. So even if you're not connected to Lulu Direct and you are just using the Lulu bookstore, you can still access and utilize this tool. And this video, I have a link to it on on one of the later slides. But if you want to revisit it, we have it on our YouTube channel and you can walk through that. We also have a knowledge-based article that can be really helpful if you do have questions on how to use it, and some other content around that as well. All right, so moving into Lulu News. So I shared the order import tool. I am just going to share a couple events that we have coming up. If you would like to see us IRL, as the kids say, if you want to meet with us in real life, we do have a couple of events coming up that may be interesting to you for attending. And then once I get through these, we'll open it up for questions if you have any, and see how we can help you use this tool or answer any questions you might have about Lulu. All right, so coming up on our event schedule is NINC. So if you are interested in NINC, that will be National Novel Writers Conference. I should have looked this up. You can Google NINC, but it's a great conference for authors. If you'd like to check that out, it will be at St. Pete Beach, Florida in September. We will be there. We will have a booth, so you can come and see us there. Talk to us about publishing. We'd be happy to answer your questions, and you can pick up some free swag. You can see at this picture, this is from CEX that we did in May in Cleveland, Ohio. So we have a ton of book samples for you to check out. So if you want to come and see us in person, that is a good opportunity for you. We'll also be at the Women in Publishing Book Marketing event. So this is in Charlotte, North Carolina. This will be October 4th through the 6th. So if you go to Women in Publishing, you can find information about this. This is just a weekend event that has a ton of information on book marketing. That's the main focus. We will have a booth there, and we will be talking about direct sales. So if you are interested in direct sales and you would like to hear us talk about it in person, head on to Charlotte. And then Author Nation. So Author Nation used to be 20 books. So if you are familiar with 20 Books Vegas, Author Nation has been rebranded as Author Nation. This is the first year as Author Nation, same place and the same great content that you've come to expect from the 20 Books community. but it will be in Las Vegas, November 11th through the 15th. Our team will be there, and we would love to see you. Oh, last but not least on announcements. So right now we have a campaign running with Kickstarter called Heartstrings and Hardbacks. So if you are a romance author and you would like to publish your book and would like to support it through crowdfunding and the Kickstarter system, then they are doing an open call for that. So you can go to Kickstarter.com and just search for Heartstrings and Hardbacks or look for our collaboration with them. I think we've also been sharing it on social media as well. So the open call lasts until July 31st. So there's still time to enter. You don't have to have your book finished by that time, but you can work with them. Kickstarter is so great in supporting authors and helping you bring your project to life. They have a ton of great resources, and crowdfunding is such a good way to get proof of concept, to understand who's interested in your project, what your readers are looking for, and get them excited along the way. And of course, raise some money to get your project funded. So if you are a romance author and you are interested in using Kickstarter to bring your project to life, check out Heartstrings and Hardbacks and join their open call for romance novels. All right, so I showed you that picture of all of us at CEX. We had a great time. If you did not hear us talk about it, CEX is Content Entrepreneur Expo. This is a conference that Lulu put on with the Tilt earlier this year. And right now we have the digital pass available. So we had some great speakers. Ann Hanley interviewed BJ Novak, and that was really great. We had Jay Klaus, Katie Brinkley, our own Matt Briel gave a session with Lolly Zamowski as well on how to publish and use books to grow your business. There was a ton of amazing content, all focused on how to use your content to grow your brand, how to monetize your content, and how to offer value to your audience. So we have all of the recordings are available now. If you use the code Lulu Digital, you can save $95 on that digital pass. This code will work until the end of August. So go ahead and grab your pass now. It's a ton of amazing content, a lot of really actionable information from people who have done it, from people who started from zero and built out amazing email lists, amazing communities, and amazing content, and created a brand and a business for themselves. And they're sharing their secrets with you. So definitely check that out. Again, if you go to cex.events, you can buy the pass, and using code Lulu Digital will save $95 on that. All right, my last slide for the day is some free sources for you. So again, if you are new to Lulu, going to lulu.com is a great place to start to learn a little bit about us. Again, you can create a free account. And also, if you are brand new and you just kind of want to get used to the platform and just try it out, we have free templates for interior files for notebooks. And again, you can create your own cover on our platform. So I like to tell people this is a really easy and low lift way to get a hands-on experience of what it's like publishing on Lulu. You can buy one copy of a notebook, or if you have files already ready on your computer, we don't have any minimums or maximums. So you can order one copy, see what you think about the quality, and then make your decisions from there. So again, lulu.com is a great place to start. Our YouTube channel, we have a series on our YouTube channel called Lulu University, where we have all of our tutorials. If you search Lulu University, it'll come up. I think if you search at Lulu, DOTCOM, at lulu.com, you can find us there as well. So if you want to watch this video and go through the steps again of how to use our order import tool, you can just search for it there on our channel and access that and replay it. You can also go to our blog. So if you want to read more about the applications for this tool, how to use it, and get some ideas of how you can apply this to your business, you can go to our blog and read our Dropshipping for Entrepreneurs and Creators with Lulu's Order Import Tool blog post. I mentioned earlier, but we also have a great podcast. So Matt Briel and Lauren Vassallo put on our podcast. They're amazing. It's very funny and entertaining. So if you're looking for a way to learn more about the publishing industry and some best practices and be entertained as you do it, then check out our podcast. And then, of course, you can follow us everywhere on all the socials at lulu.com. All right, so that was all that I had for you guys today, a quick and dirty tool tutorial, and making up my own words here. So I wanted to just share this tool and let you know where to find more information about it, talk about how you can use it and how it can apply to you in your author business. And now we have plenty of time for questions. So if you have any, please drop them in the chat, and Daniel and I will do our best to answer those for you. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. All right. All right. Hey, everybody. So thank you. Oh, Plano, Texas. Nice. Hey, All right. I don't see any questions in the chat yet, so I will give you just another second. But I would just like to encourage you to check out CEX if you do need help with your content entrepreneur business, or you just kind of want to hear from the best on how to go about that journey. I will grab that link for you now. So CEX.events, and again, the Lulu digital will give you $95 off. Oh, I put that in the Q&A tab. We'll give you $95 off of your off of that digital pass if you want to grab that. If you are going to be at any author events, or if you are looking for author events to join, then please do so. We would love to see you in person. And let's see, I think that those are all the events that we have. The Kickstarter, I will share the link to the Kickstarter as well. So if you are a romance author, or if you know of anyone who is working on getting their project funded, then that link looks kind of wonky, but you can go to Kickstarter and search for Heartstrings and Heartbacks, and then go ahead and work on getting your project funded. I think I've shared all the news and all the things that we have to talk about. So I guess Daniel got bored and left, and that's it. No, I'm just kidding. All right, Daniel, is there anything that you want to add about the order import tool or anything like that? Or if you notice that I missed anything in sharing that, feel free to hop in and share any other information.
I feel like you really covered it all in all the advantages of using the order import tool. But I do want to mention that if you don't have any questions right now, that's okay. If you decide that you have questions later on after reviewing the video on YouTube, feel free to create a support ticket for us. Again, I work for the e-commerce team. When you create a support ticket, feel free to select Lulu Direct, and you can ask us any questions that you have, and we're happy to answer your questions for you.
Yes, thank you. All right, I am dropping that link into the chat here. So yeah, as Daniel said, if you kind of get into it and try to use this tool and have any questions, then please don't hesitate to reach out. You can click that link, I think. Let's see if that works. Yeah, so you click that link, and then I'll take you to our knowledge base where you can submit support tickets and get some help or some advice on how to use this tool. And let's see, I don't see any questions. Hey, Chocolate, yeah, please use the order import tool and let us know if you have any questions. I will do a last call. And Daniel, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you being the expert on hand for me as I went through this. So you can find that video on our YouTube channel. We've written a lot of content about how to use the order import tool in our knowledge base, as well as our blog. As Daniel said, you can submit a support ticket if you have any questions. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I hope this was helpful. Let us know if you have any questions on any of this. And I hope that you have a wonderful Wednesday. Daniel, any closing thoughts or words of wisdom?
No, I just want to say thank you, everyone, for being here. And we hope that, you are successful with your book endeavors.
We do. That's true. I couldn't have said it better myself. Oh, we do have a question. Chris, for beginners, best way to use Lulu. All right. Well, so it depends. So I would say the best way to use Lulu, the kind of easiest way to approach it would be creating an account, which is free, and then uploading your project, and you can publish it on Lulu's bookstore. So that's if you just want to sell it, if you want to see what our publishing process is. But actually, even before that, you can go through the publishing process and just order a proof copy. Order one copy, see what you think, make sure everything looks good. And then after you make sure the proof copy looks good, you can make it available for sale on our bookstore. That's a very easy way to kind of get your book out there and test out the process. And then from there, if you want to go into global distribution and list your project on Amazon or Ingram, you can do that as well. And then if you want to go even farther, then you can look into our e-commerce integrations with Lulu Direct. Yeah, Daniel, what do you think? Best way to use Lulu for beginners?
Yeah, I do want to add, I'm going to drop a link here in the chat. If you're a complete beginner and you're not really sure where to start, you can take a look at this page here where we have guides. We have publishing guides that will give you tips on formatting, on setting up your book files in preparation to use on our systems. Great resources there. We have lots of templates that you can use, which will help you get started.
Oh, yes. You know what? Thank you for sharing that link. And, I'm also going to share the link to our pricing calculator.
Mm-hmm.
So you saying templates made me think of this. So Chris, if you go to our pricing calculator here, I'm dropping the link in, then you can put in the specifications of your book. So if you know the trim size and the page count, you can put that in, get your per unit cost, and then you can also get templates from that page as well. So those templates will be to spec. So whatever you put in, that will be the templates that we make available. And that can be a really great place to start because you know exactly what you're going to be paying per copy. You can see how much you can make through retail or through our bookstore and through Lulu Direct. And then you can get started with those templates and then, you know, make sure that everything you're creating after that is going to upload to our system without a hitch. So definitely check that out. So thank you very much for that question. And if we don't have any more, I guess I will let everybody out for lunch and recess and whatever else your day has in store for you. So again, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. We hope this was helpful. Daniel, thank you again for your time and your expertise. And we will see everybody next time. So thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.